I didn't even mean to start this video out like this, talking about some Drake shit, but I'm gonna touch on it real quick, and then we gonna get into this Lupe shit that I started this video to talk about. This nigga Drake got some music coming with whoever the fuck Vibes Cartel is. I promise you, I don't know who the fuck that is. I could not name a single Vibes Cartel song to you. Who the fuck is that? I'm on Twitter, Azalea Banks talk about, oh, this is huge. This is some big Toronto, UK, Brooklyn shit. I lived in New York for a minute. Nobody was talking about no fucking Vibes Cartel. I promise you nobody in America gives a fuck about this nigga. And I promise you we don't give a fuck about what Toronto and fucking the UK likes. Fuck the UK. Fuck Toronto. Nigga, this is America, in the words of my nigga Childish Gambino. But anyway, what I came here to talk about is this fucking Lupe Fiasco, endless loop bullshit. And anybody who fucking knows me, bro, you know I love Lupe Fiasco's music. I can't even say I love Lupe Fiasco at this point, because low-key, Lupe Fiasco is kind of a fucking dickhead, to be like 100% real. And you know what's wild is, like, I'm low-key kind of a fucking dick. So, like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. But, like, not in the way Lupe Fiasco. Like, Lupe Fiasco is, like, subtly anti-black in ways, like, I've slowly discovered. Just because of the way, like, he talks to and about niggas. Excuse me. This nigga... So, if you haven't heard, this nigga Lupe, the motherfucking, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'm low-key kind of, like, upset about this shit, and that's kind of why I keep using the N-word. Like, I've been trying to stop using the N-word, but Lupe then decided, hey, I'm about to do some shit, more shit with AI. This ain't even the first thing this nigga Lupe has done with AI. Mind you, he has this whole shit, text effects that he's working with, which is like some fucking AI thing that helps you write raps or some bullshit like that. I stopped, like, I ain't gonna lie, I watched the video of him, like, writing the song with the AI one time. Just because I was curious of what the fuck it was. I wanted to be informed on what the fuck this nigga was saying he was doing. And like, at the time, I'm like, I don't really fuck with this, but this is a one-off. Maybe Lupe just was, he was curious. He wanted to fuck with this shit. Whatever. He's not co-signing it, da-da-da. Now we got a whole nother thing with AI where he's talking about in radio station, which, I'm not mad at a radio station. That's cool. A radio station that plays only Lupe Fiasco music. Cool. That's dope. You can only access it at certain times from certain places. That's also fucking fire. Like, this is similar to an idea that I had. But then this nigga started talking about, I'm having a AI machine learning model being trained on my music and how to basically write raps and make raps in the style of Lupe Fiasco and generate Lupe Fiasco songs with AI. And every so often there's going to be an AI generated song, I'm guessing, played once and never again. Like, nobody will ever hear it ever again. And that's endless loop. So, first of all, me personally, I know that AI is very fucking harmful to the goddamn environment. I just learned this, I want to say beginning of 2022. That's when I found out that AI was harmful to the environment. So I'm not going to sit here and think that Lupe Fiasco, who's a very intelligent person, doesn't know this as well. So that's strike motherfucking number one. Mind you, as I said on Twitter, this is the same nigga who said America's a big motherfucking garbage man. So hypocrite. Two, I don't like musicians being in support and collaboration with assisting these AI models. I don't give a fuck about what and yes, I watched Curtis King's video. I don't give a fuck about what y'all niggas talking about of niggas need to be at the table. No, we don't. That's niggas' problem now. Niggas always think we gotta be involved in some shit just cause white people think that's the next thing to do. Nigga, no, we don't. You can sell your soul, but don't say, nigga, black people as a whole need to be involved in this shit, because no, we don't. We don't need to be involved in shit that's destroying the fucking planet that we live on. I don't give a fuck about all of your extra bullshit that you're saying, bro. I don't care about none of that. That doesn't matter to me. What I care about is two things. AI steals from artists. That's number one. And number two, AI destroys the environment. Do you know how much water that shit uses? We can Google it together. Because I don't remember the number off my head, but I remember it being a fucking lot. And that's all I need to know, is that it's a fucking lot of water wasted. So you could generate a fucking picture of a dog holding an AK-47. How much water consumed by AI generation? According to research, AI generation can consume a significant amount of water, with estimates suggesting that AI could use between 4.2 and 6.6 billion cubic meters of water annually by 2027. It uses 2.0 gallons of water per kilowatt of electricity consumed. 2 gallons of water, gone. So when you say to me, I'm helping with that, nigga, I don't look at you like you're some fucking visionary or innovator. I look at you as a fucking piece of shit. And honestly, bro, to be real, I know Lupe Fiasco sees and hears things that I say about him, because he specifically blocked me on Twitter during the Kendrick and Drake beef, because I asked him how the fuck is Drake a better rapper than Kendrick. This nigga didn't have an answer. He blocked me. So I personally, I already have an issue with Lupe Fiasco and the fact that he has been slowly losing my respect as a figure in hip hop. And I seen him talking about, oh, nigga never looked at me like that. Nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. Stop being a fucking woe is. That's why you like Drake, huh? Cause you being a fucking woe is me ass bitch. Because you never got to be the height of fucking peak of fucking popularity like you fucking dreamed of. Like, bro, I'm really starting to think that girl Absa is fucking lutely right about you, nigga. Cause this is really like, bro, are you dead ass? Oh, niggas never fucked with me anyway, so fuck hip hop. I'm not a part of hip hop. Nigga, what? I teach rap. Like, that's cool. And I agree that rap and hip hop is not one and the same. Rap is a facet of hip hop culture. Rapping is a part of hip hop. But for you to sit here and say that you don't teach hip hop, nigga, shut the fuck up. Yes, you do. Because whether you like to accept it or not, rap and hip hop merged and became uh complementary genres if you want to be technical about it, because hip hop is rap, but not all rap is hip hop. Like Little Pump, that's not hip hop, that's rap. J. Cole is rap, but he's also hip hop. Lupe Fiasco is hip hop. Like, you can say you're a rapper, but bro, you make hip hop music. So cut the bullshit and all the semantics and the fallacies and all the extra fuckery, nigga. Like, stop it, bro. You're fucking, and I know you said you don't care, but literally you are tarnishing your fucking legacy. You're burning the shit down all over your fucking weird ass vendetta. For what, nigga? For what? And to me, this nigga talking about, oh, how do we preserve rap for 1,000 years? Nigga, not like this, bitch. You're further bastardizing it, you stupid bitch. And I'm sorry, I don't even want to talk to, but you're a man like I'm a man, so nigga, you could take a few words if you could call Absa out of her fucking name. Yeah, I know about that as well. So you can miss me with any of the pleasantries. I'm sure if you seen her shit, you might possibly see this. So say what the fuck you want. I don't care. You can't hurt my feelings, nigga. To give a fuck about Lupe Fiasco. But I don't even want to roast you because I feel like Deleted might do that. So let me chill. But nigga, if we're being honest, Lupe, bro, I really respect you as a rapper. I respect you as a hip hop artist. You're one of my, if not my favorite rapper of all time. So like, bro, this is embarrassing as shit, if anything. This is like the like being a Ye fan in a whole other way. And I can't even defend this. I have no defense of this. I don't agree with anybody that says that we need to be involved in this AI shit. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's the devil, because I'm not, an old ass nigga, and I don't, AI is not the devil. AI is Skynet, nigga. And y'all seen what the fuck the Terminator shit did? Y'all seen that shit? We all seen that shit. Do y'all want Terminator? Cause that's how you fucking get it, bitch. But anyway, dog, I watched this nigga sit up here and try to rationalize and fucking gish galop his way into, and this probably worked on Lupe Fiasco stands and like niggas that swallow every fucking word and thing this nigga says. I just really, really like Lupe Fiasco's music. And to be honest, I don't even like everything Lupe Fiasco's ever released. Like, there's whole albums by Lupe that I don't even really care for. But I fuck with Lupe because he was one of the first rappers that made me want to rap. Like, Food and Liquor if there was no Food and Liquor, there's no Brad Spliff type shit. So that's why this piss, like, and I think, like, I agree with Absa. Like, Lupe is heralded as like a huge figure of hip hop culture, and like, bro, this nigga, no, he just doesn't understand. Like, he doesn't think that people have massive amounts of respect for him. And bro, yes, we do. And low key, you pissing me off with it, like being a little bitch about it. Excuse me, y'all. I'm still getting over being sick. But like, bro, why are you being a bitch? Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying this. Like, you're you like I said, there's a point in this live where he said that nobody ever fucks with him. He had to struggle. Like, what the fuck the industry niggas, bro? What about the fans? What about the people? Like, we fucked with you. Give a fuck about the rappers that aren't even as good as you telling you, oh, well, what you're doing is weird or da da da, whatever the fuck their problem was with what Lupe Fiasco was doing. Fuck them niggas, bro. Fuck them niggas. Nobody cares what they have to say about what Lupe is doing if it's not anywhere near as good as what Lupe is doing. You think I give a fuck about what Cameron thinks about Lupe Fiasco? No. You think I care about fucking whoever these niggas are, bro, that you're talking about? And like, I get it. You always wanted to be big and be that nigga and all this extra shit, but like, bro, I feel like you're bitter and like you're doing this shit because like you don't see another way, excuse me, for you to make the impact that you seen for yourself making, so you want to be infamous. That's like the only thing. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. And I can't say I ever claimed to know Lupe Fiasco. So I won't even be like, I thought I knew this nigga. No, I didn't. I just thought that people who were skilled in hip hop typically held the tenets of hip hop and its sanctity close to them. Like, nigga has a song called Hip Hop Saved My Life. You feel me? So, like, I don't know, bro. All this just seems like this nigga. I don't know, man. I don't even know. Like, I can't place it. I really can't. And it's crazy because all the shit that she was saying in the video, like, she's not wrong. She wasn't wrong about none of that shit she said about MIT. And for this nigga to get in the video and be like, I'm a reporter for MLK, like, nigga, do you even hear yourself, nigga? I hate when white people use Martin Luther King and they fucking killed that nigga. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, white people shouldn't even be allowed to use Martin Luther King name for shit. Fuck are we talking about, Lupe? I didn't see this when it was live, so I'm gonna watch some of this, and this is gonna be part of my video because I want to hear her response. She has a right to respond to what this nigga said, and I can't find another video of Lupe's live other than Curtis King video. So low key, Curtis, if you got the full thing of that live, bro, you need to drop that bitch because I'm sure other people besides me are looking to try to find and watch that bitch. You need to drop that shit.
Uselessly try and drag a black woman to an
But we're gonna bring this back. We're gonna bring this back
to a conversation with creators on the AI.
I'm gonna bring this back too, because she already made a lot of good points at the beginning of this video, and it's wild because I never even I never even seen Lupe as this type of nigga, bro. Like but then again, that women have this innate ability to pull a personality out of a person that another man would not be able to pull out of that person.
Hello, beautiful people. Here's a breakdown of the day's events. Yesterday, I posted this video, Lupe Fiasco's.
And I watched this video. This video, and I commented on her video. This video makes a lot of good fucking points. And that, I feel like, is why this nigga Lupe is mad.
Endless Loop Radio, and MIT AI rap music. Pretty quickly in the comments in our live chat last night and through other platforms, viewers either commented or reached out to warn me that I could expect to hear from Fiasco himself. Some of you expressed concern over how he has engaged with creators on this platform and with people critical of his work in general on social media. If you were a part of the live last night, I addressed that I would not be gaslit or pressed into a corner, and I specifically said that I would not be pressed into a live situation on the fly because that's performative and has no substance. This morning, Lupe Fiasco posted a series of comments on the video suggesting we chat. While I'm open to a conversation, the video wasn't for Lupe Fiasco, and with regard to the video that I made, I'm interested in a broader conversation on the issue of AI, not one that centers a dangerous, albeit personal pet project of a famous rapper. And while I make content for YouTube, I am not a YouTuber.
Hey, nah, for real, for real, for real. So check this out. Lupe want to talk about his little project thing. Me, personally, I agree with her. I don't give a fuck about your project, bro. Because your project is just doing the same shit that Drake did with Taylor Made Freestyle, which is helping these niggas normalize this AI shit. And I don't think AI is replacing me. And personally, as somebody who, when AI first came out, I did a little bit, of chat GPT and fucking, image generation. Just, I fell victim to the little trends and I wanted to see what that shit was about. I used chat GPT to write my fucking grocery list like a couple years ago, because I just wanted to see if that shit could do that type of shit, that I think AI should be used for if it's going to be adapted into our society as something that's normalized. Like, it should be delegated to that type of thing. Like, write me a shopping list, make me a workout plan, write me a schedule for me and my family type shit, I've done that. I've used it for that. I ain't never asked ChatGPT to write me no rap, because I'm fully capable of writing my own rap and I'm not a lazy bastard. But I don't think ChatGPT, from what I've seen other people generate rapping wise, including Lupe himself, is that fucking good. Like, to be real, we could pull up the Lupe Fiasco. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just do a new window. We could pull up the Lupe Fiasco. Text effects. We could pull up the text effects video where he wrote that song, and it shows you, mind you, this is only a year old, and it shows you how kind of limited this shit really is. So it's really like,
I know I'm gonna do it like that. So a glass of water held up to the lips of a marauder. So I'm gonna dig into text effects, and I'm gonna use that lips of a marauder as the scene of the input.
Now see, look.
So we got scene going, dry and flaking. They look like they haven't had water in days. Yeah. So I think that's the one. Glass of water held up to the lips of a marauder, looking like they haven't had a drink in days. All right, cool. So I'm gonna do that.
See, like, bro. Hello, boys. Like, that, to me, this doesn't really help, or even, this is not my workflow as a rapper. Like, when I'm rapping, I don't even approach rapping like this. Like, just to use an example of some shit that Curtis King said the other day, he was like, oh, you can make a list of a bunch of words like this. Like, who does that? People actually rap like that? People actually rap like that. Like, you write a bunch of words that rhyme, and then you write sentences that connect them words. That sounds, number one, ass. And number two, it sounds tiresome and monotonous. For me, when I'm writing raps, I literally just sit down and listen to the beat. And the beat literally, like, and maybe this is just me uh fantasizing and, you know, making the shit grandiose or whatever, but I feel like the beat literally speaks to me and tells me what words I need to be saying. Like if I use an example of a song that I made, like Wario's, like I just listen to the beat and I hear the beats telling me I'm trying to get rich all on my own. Like I hear the beat saying that. I don't like I'm not just, oh well, what do I want this song to be about? Like I don't think I've written a song like that since I started rapping. Like, and even then, like I don't really do that. Like when I write a song about a topic, I'm not sitting down to write the song and be like, this is the topic I'm writing about. And when I do that, I don't really like the songs that come out of it that much. Like, I need my shit to be more free form and less held to an algorithm or some shit like this. Like, and when you hear this rap that he comes out with, it doesn't sound like a Lupe Fiasco rap for real.
Where I came from. I want to do a few things with Marauder. Running Marauder to explode. There we go. My Rider, Mary Water, yeah. My Raider, Mayor Rude, Marador, yeah. That's exactly what I was looking for. To decorate a door with seashells. Wow. Wow. That's really good. And it's cool because I don't have to think about this other stuff because it works.
I don't have to think about all this other stuff and that to me, that's the fun part, bro. That's the fun part of rapping is the thinking part. Like for instance, I'll use an example from one of my songs. Bro got the magazine in his hand, man. Shonen Jump, bitch sniffed the rail off my dick. Damn, I'm Dr. Slump. So to me, the fun part about composing and writing that bar is all the thoughts that I had to connect to make that shit into bars versus just some thoughts in my head. Like, obviously, in my head, I'm like, Dr. Slump, a rail. That's a character from Dr. Slump. Shonen Jump, damn, Shonen Jump published Dr. Slump, you know. My bro got the magazine in his hand. That's a gun, you know. That's a part of a gun. He's loading the clip, the magazine in his hand, man. Like Shonen Jump, like the thought process is the fun part. So like to me, I don't even care about the part where I'm actually reciting the rap. Like that's fun as fuck too. Like I ain't gonna lie, reciting raps is fun as fuck. That's probably the second funnest part of rapping. Is actually just doing the rapping part. So I could get like if you're a nigga who's like I enjoy the reciting part the most. You just want to get to reciting that shit, and this nigga's like getting shortcuts to, you know, getting closer to reciting. You feel me?
Over here.
But that's just me breaking this down as a rapper, trying to make sense of it with my own workflow. Lupe Fiasco's workflow is entirely different than mine as a rapper. Like, nowadays he says he doesn't even write raps anymore. I still write raps. I don't give a fuck about none of all that shit. The only time I don't write a rap is if I call it a freestyle. If I call a rap a freestyle, it's one of two things. It's as my elders say before me, a verse that is free of style that I probably wrote a cappella to no specific beat at all, just me writing rhymes. Or it's the I'm a rap until I fuck up, and then I'll be like, okay, I like all of that shit. Let me write that down so I remember that, and then redo it so it sounds better, and then we gonna go from there and keep doing that. Damn, TJ, can you? Huh? What are you doing, Jack? I'm sorry, all my kids came in my room. What was I saying? Right, what are you doing, JJ? Realistically, the only time my workflow is at all similar to the way Lupe Fiasco says he writes his rap these days, which is just nothing like this, by the way. This nigga said he goes and just raps into GarageBand, and then I guess on some like Jay-Z type shit, he just keeps punching in. Which that's cool. But I like to have my shit written down so that I can have more fun reciting it. Cause to me, like I like to read my raps. I like to be able to casually rap the shit without having to struggle to remember what the fuck I rapped already. So for me, writing it down is essential to my workflow. But as we can see, like, look, there's all these things that it's helping you with, really. Like, what are you really even doing aside from picking shit and putting it together for real?
Feeling more rudderless than a ship without a captain. Adrift, the ocean of life with no destination in sight. That's the one. So we'll pin that. And I'm kind of almost doing some pre-work in advance. I want to call back to Marauder, but I don't want to go just back to Marauder. I want to go back to this more rudder. All right, so back to the beat. Yeah. A glass of water held up to the lips of a marauder, dry and flaky, looking like they haven't had a sip in days. Different stage, it's like different ways.
Like, see, that don't even sound like some shit Lupe would rap, bro. It doesn't even sound like some shit. And like Lupe is the type of nigga where he's like, you don't know what I would rap. Like, nigga, no, obviously I don't know what you would rap, but nigga, I feel like as a fan of Lupe Fiasco, that is not a computer, have a better idea of the type of rap a Lupe would write than something that isn't sentient to understand the certain human qualities of Lupe Fiasco's rapping. Like, to me, there's a certain level of emotion that Lupe utilizes in his rapping that a machine just can't understand because machines don't have fucking emotions. But that's just a small example of something that is like a human quality in music that we kind of don't really think about because we are humans and that's just part of music to us is emotion.
Also, like this and creep and yep. I want a glass of water with a goldfish in scene. Just combine that. A goldfish that can't get accustomed to the new environment. Wow, the tiny tank that the goldfish is swimming around in, the way the goldfish fins are clamped against his body. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I was looking for. So we got fodder for thought, but I still have to do the work response to this. So a glass of water with a goldfish inside. I'm gonna say used to the tank at the store, but this is a whole different vibe. I'm just putting in a different vibe. See what it does. Let me do a simile. Yeah.
And like it will make a simile for you to where you don't even have to think about the simile. So like, realistically, this to me, this isn't even about somebody like the AI replacing me. This is about somebody who doesn't have the skill set that I have to just come up with my own simile, having the assistance of this and taking an opportunity that I would otherwise have. That's the thing. And you don't see a problem or an issue with that. But a lot of us do, Lupe. Oh, you won't lose your job to an AI, but you will lose your job to somebody who uses it. Like, bitch, what? Then that's okay with you? Because you want to do that shit. Or you don't see an issue with that shit because you already got yours. So it's like, it's another thing to where it's like, these companies, and this is something I feel like I can't remember who said this, maybe it was Curtis King, but these people and these corporations are basically trying to prevent a star to the magnitude of a Drake, of a Kendrick, of a Lupe Fiasco even. And they'll do whatever it takes for that, and you're aiding and abetting it. But I just wanted to, so y'all could see like the amount, like let's look at what similes this comes up with.
Perfect.
A different vibe. The place had a different vibe, like a storm brewing in the distance. And mind you, none of this is rhyming. None of this is rhyming with the thing. It's just giving you examples of lines that you could say. So to me, mind you, as a rapper and somebody who's already, versed in writing similes, I'm already keeping in mind that this simile has to rhyme with what I've already written. So how is this helping me or making it easier for me when in my mind I already can process and think of a simile that rhymes with what I've already written versus taking something suggested to me and then having to make it rhyme? Like, this doesn't fit into the way that I write raps and the way that my mind forms raps. So maybe it's just him speaking personally for himself, or whatever the case may be. Or you're just trying to convince people. We'll go back to this.
And at the point Lupe edited his comment, he changed the field of play from a private offline conversation to attempting to establish a power and authority dynamic of who has the facts and who isn't smart enough to know. This kind of play isn't necessary for, and in fact undermines, the legitimacy of a conversation of equal footing. And I have to say that as a woman, and particularly a Black woman with some experience in non-traditional trades, it's a familiar textbook power play. But this isn't about me versus Lupe Fiasco. It's about AI technology and accountability. And accountability for this and disclosure of facts is on MIT, not Lupe on his personal IG speaking for himself off the clock as a member of the project. This was potentially an opportunity to set up and curate a thoughtful and intelligent conversation about the implications of AI in the art and lives of Black, brown, and indigenous people in the U.S. and around the world. It would appear that once Mr. Fiasco realized that I understand the difference and that I know how a professional conversation is actually structured, suddenly he's on IG Live demanding I appear and participate in his performance rather than participating in a discussion of substance with the technical professionals who work on these things. It's a lie, and a misread to suggest or claim I wasn't down to talk. The evidence of that speaks for itself. I wasn't available to go on IG when he attempted this push play, and for the reasons previously stated,
Give me 1 second.